Oh boy. Is this the famous Nikki?
Oh, hey,
and Cam? What's up, guys? Just came inside here to Fiberglass, Florida. The projects never end on this boat. Cam?
No, boats never end.
Nikki?
Hey, how you doing?
Cam's getting us doctored up here. Dr. Henderson. We got old Rick, man. Fiberglass, Florida. Come check him out in Stewart. All your fiberglass needs.
There you go.
Bring your wallet. Alrighty. It's day, I don't know. Working on the boat. And we got Pete over here today.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Pouring some resin out. And we are glassing the pieces for the deck. This is Coosa board that we picked up from Fiberglass, Florida the other day. And Pete and I measured out this morning. We needed 2 sections for the deck and 1 little section. So we got that all cut to size and now we are glassing it up. We already did 2 layers of 1708 here on the bottom side, and this is actually going to be the top side of the deck, and this is going to be the bottom side, and this is going to be 1 layer 1708. And yeah, we are using resin, not epoxy. That's what we got, so stay tuned. So we actually put in a little bit less hardener than we should because it is so hot right now. Our last batch kicked in like 6 minutes of working on it. So we put in 1 or 2 cc's less than we're supposed to, or liters, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm not a biologist or nothing like that. But we're mixing up, getting ready. No worries. So Pete's laying a coat down first before we lay the glass back over it, just to wet that Coosa board, and the glass is instantly gonna start soaking it in. And like I said, it's super hot, so we gotta work fast because this stuff is kicking quick. Voltage? Now we're folding back over. Technical difficulties. Oh, Pete, kind of one-hand man here.
You got it. Working my way through you, buddy.
This one was better. We were able to stretch this one out more.
Yeah, this one came out much better.
So you guys can see all the air bubbles in here, and right now you're kind of just working in one section and letting the section that you started in really soak and saturate all of that resin. You don't want to work a section too hard. You start to pull apart the cloth and the fiberglass, so you want to leave it off that one section and then work on your next section, then go back over there and try and work the air bubbles out. So that's what we're doing. You can see the air bubbles over here starting to work their way out. Nice. I love a good air bubble, Pete.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ain't gonna have none left over there. Yeah.
Oh. We're gonna finish this piece up and then we will show you what it looks like when we're done. So you can see after some rollage, got all the air bubbles out. And you're looking for a good flat surface like this. And listen, we're not professionals, we're just fishermen. So relax in the comment section, but it looks pretty good. Alrighty, now we're sizing up for the next sheet of Coosa board. We're sizing up the glass. We got a pair of $100 scissors. Was it running low on 17?
We're having just enough, buddy. $100 scissors.
$100 scissors. These scissors don't even need tension. You guys get the gist. We're just cutting the glass to the size of Coosa board. This is what the one that we just finished is looking like right now. Like I said, one layer 1708 on the bottom, and the top side, which is actually on the bottom, has got 2 layers. And yeah, that's what we got going on. Stay tuned. Alrighty, boys and girls, it is the exciting part, not for me. Exciting part for Kevin. We are over here at J&R Metal Fabrications, and Kevin is making the fuel tank right now. Let's get into it. good, mi brother? We're gonna set up a time lapse and show you guys the end process, or the whole process of him making this tank. We're just gonna do it on a time lapse. Enjoy. So Kevin got the whole inside welded up. Now he's drilling out the holes for the fittings. We're moving on to the next stage. I gotta put a new GoPro battery in. You think salt would take a lot of time to eat through that, but it takes that long to drill bit. I'll be calling you in a couple weeks. Now Kevin is putting the sides on the tank, and this process is almost done, you guys. You just got to do some main weld and then pressure test it, and the tank will be ready. Coming out the top, coming out the fucking.
That's fine, yeah. That's good.
All right, Kevin finished welding up the new tank, and now we're doing some pressure testing.
Here, all you do is just that's it. Good. Yep.
Jumped on me.
Here.
Right. You sometimes get a couple? No?
I'm that good. I haven't had one leak. Gotta watch these corners. ahead.
Little bit.
No. Let's see a legit bubble. Watch. Do it. See, that's what you're looking for. See those big bubbles?
Yeah.
Do it one more time. See those big ones? The other ones coming up on my hand? Do it again?
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for.
All right, we pressure tested the whole tank twice with soapy water, 0 leaks anywhere. Huge shout out to Kevin at J&R Metal Fabrications. He did an amazing job. Look at these welds. Come on.
Come on.
Ends are pretty. Pretty welds. They're located in Jupiter, just an Indian Town Road. If you guys are looking for any welding needs, they do mostly staircases, gates, anything like that, but anything with metal, they can make it. So fuel tanks included. So if you guys are in the need for any welds, come here, J&R Metal Fabrications. I'll have a link down below in the description. And you come talk to this man right here, Kevin. That's it. Final step is Kevin is making the taps right now for the fuel sender.
Drill and tap.
Drill and tap. New tank is in the truck. Got it all sanded up. And we're out of here. Whee! Huge shout out to Kevin. He did an amazing job. Great buddy of mine and a great person. Great human being. Prepping the surface of the fuel tank. It is all sanded and ready to go. Once again, huge shout out to Kevin Kinberger. He's such an awesome guy, man, and he did a phenomenal job. He's really talented at what he does. He's just a good human being. So like I said, go ahead and check him out. He will take care of you. That being said, we're cleaning off this tank, ready for some coal tar epoxy. And little tip of the day here, look how raggedy that rag is. Just fixing to grab a new rag after all that. All right, so we got the fuel tank fully denatured with some denatured alcohol. And little tip for you from Cam at Fiberglass Florida: any epoxy that you're going to use, first you prep the surface with denatured alcohol. Any resin that you're going to use, you prep the surface with acetone. You learn something new every day at Fiberglass Florida. I'm telling you, just go in there and ask questions. They'll help you out. The old red rye came by the boat, and we got our black tar, coal tar resin here, whatever you want to call it. We're going to mix it up. It's a 2-to-1 ratio. What does that mean? I don't know. So if I do, let me do some math here, right? Tell me, correct me if I'm wrong. So if I do 40 ounces of the black tar, which I don't think there's even half a gallon. How many's in a gallon? 32 ounces?
Yeah, a couple pints.
I'll just start pouring it in here and see like what we're working with.
All right. All right, hey.
20, I'm gonna do 24.
All right.
Looks like a lot. So 24. So, what would that be, 12?
12. Black tar heroin.
That's no good for you, right? You don't want to get in contact with that. Not an expert. So we're at 24. So I'd go to 30.
Wait, 36.
How's that?
I like it.
That's between 40 and
Yeah, that's it.
Good?
Run it.
Seems like a lot.
Yeah, I think that'll be enough for the whole tank, maybe.
That's my mixing stick. Not very substantial, but can't ask for much out here. That's it. We're gonna mix this. We're supposed to mix it for 2 to 5 minutes is what it says. So mix it for a long time and then we are gonna start coating up the tank. We'll see you then. Look good, Reed? Looking good here. No worries. So from my understanding here, boys and girls, I should only need 1 coat. So I'm gonna do it very thick. So yeah, I'll do 1 very thick coat and then see how it looks in the morning. I don't see why I need a second coat. Rained a little bit this morning, but Pete and I are ready to drop the tank in. It's all epoxy tar coated. We're gonna set the GoPro up and we're gonna bring it up here. I can come a little bit more back. You all right?
Stuck?
Well, I gotta move. Right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna place it on the ground. Right here. So you can move. You probably hold it by that fuel neck.
You think?
Yeah. No, that's not the vent, but yeah, that one right there.
Ready?
On these cables here.
We need to wiggle it in from this side. Lift it up. Rest it back here. I just want to hit you guys with a little update. It was really hard to film and also do this, but we got the tank in the boat. It is screwed in the sides. We had to wedge a piece of Coosa in between, but it's screwed in 5200. Listen, this is not a boat manufacturer. We don't have boat manufacturer materials. We don't have a forklift or a crane to drop this thing in, but we measured it and it is 100% even. We got it at that's how we had to line it up. We tied the 2 ropes and we had the same thing going back here on the sides with the piece of PVC that we took. Oh, there it is. That piece of PVC right there in the back. Same thing. We had a rope coming up, set it across, laid it down, measured it, and the whole way around, this is what we're looking at. About 5.5 or 5 3/4 to 6 inches. So everywhere, same thing everywhere. So we are, and in the front too. So I'm really happy with how it came out. It's sitting totally perfectly. We measured 100 times before we sucked all those screws in. And not too bad for a couple guys that don't work on boats every day, I can tell you that much. So I'm happy with it. Now I'm about to pour the foam in. You can hear the train going in the back, but yeah, I did 2 coats of this epoxy tar on the bottom side and just 1 little coat because I was working upside down on the top. You see where I couldn't do it, where the horses were sitting on it. But I'm gonna etch it up again and then do another coat after I pour the foam. But now we're on to the next step of the job. Also, the tank is sitting about 2 inches off of the stringers there at the bottom. But so now we got our pour foam, and we're gonna go ahead and pour this foam up. I'm gonna mix it up. I hear it mixes very fast, so bear with me. I'm gonna try to do it as quick as possible. Let's get it. So if you guys can read that, right here it says, once 2 parts are mixed, it will begin to react and expand within 45 seconds and will continue for several minutes. Closed cell structure does not react with oil or gasoline and will not absorb water. It also says here, it is a closed cell system, meaning individual cells of foam trap in air and keep liquids out. As a result, it is most frequently used for flotation applications. So, real quick, while we're gonna pour this up, before I do it, because I gotta go quick, I wanna talk about, it's very controversial when you are pouring in foam on a fuel tank. You know, back in the day, that's what every fuel tank was foamed in. It's gotten a little bit more uncommon now because that foam will start to suck in moisture. I don't know if it's a different type of foam. It says it doesn't absorb moisture. However, the other way of putting in the tank without foaming it is wedging pieces of Cusa board all around the sides, and that's it. You're just wedging those pieces. You have those pieces screwed in, and I guess that's kind of it. And you're just, you know, have your tank lifted off the bottom, so there's a big air cavity. So let's say it's a boat. There's going to get moisture everywhere in a boat. I don't care what type of boat you built, how great your boat is. It's a boat. You're in the water every day. Water's going to find its way somewhere. So let's say there's a couple drops of water in here over the next few years. I coated this thing on the bottom side and the sides so good, 2 thick coats, and like I said, I'm going to do another coat on the top. This is coal tar epoxy. If you're not familiar with it, it's repellent of water. It's an epoxy. It wasn't designed for a fuel tank, but because of the big jobs that it was used on, and piping and aluminum, I don't know what they use this stuff on it, big industrial jobs, and it's supposed to repel water. So you can, let's say you have a big leak, you can smack it over the leak and a crack in a pipe or whatever, and it's supposed to stop. So you would think a couple drops of water wouldn't hurt me over the next 20 to 30 years with this boat, which I'm not gonna have this boat this long, but now that the next owner of this boat can watch this video, you see that we did it right, and there's no shortcuts. I'm not taking any shortcuts because this is, why would you take a shortcut? Look at my boat right now. Everything is cut open and I'm at this stage. Why take a shortcut? You're already doing all the work. You might as well do it right. So yeah, that's my 2 cents about the pour foam. For me, in my application, it's gonna fit better for me to foam it in. For some applications, it will be better to wedge in the Cusa, and then you have an air cavity so no moisture can sit on the tank. And I understand, but for me, I'm gonna foam the tank in. So let's get to it. So it is a 1-to-1 ratio with this foam. I hope I'm in the frame of the GoPro. It's a 1-to-1 ratio of the foam. We're gonna go ahead and pour it up. I'm just gonna do, right now to start, I guess I'll do, that's a lot. I'll do 1 liter in each. We're just at 1 liter. We're a hair over 1 liter, so I'll go a hair over on the other liter. So you want to be a fisherman, huh? This one's very root beer like. I'm gonna pour these two at the same time so they're touching. Gotta mix it quick. This stuff kicks very fast, you guys. Mix it. I gotta get ready to pour. I just moved over about 2 feet, do the same thing. All right, first go around with the foam. I'm not very happy with my job. I was using that little black funnel like you saw. That funnel is definitely too small. It fits in this crack perfectly, but I had to fill it up slowly, otherwise it was gonna overflow. And as you can see, I had this much foam left that started to kick while I was still pouring. So this stuff kicks incredibly fast. So I'm gonna do another batch. However, this time I'm just gonna pour it straight out of the mixing cups. Stay tuned. All right, here we go. I'm mixing it up again. There we go. That was a little bit better there. At least I think. All right, I did that one a little bit better. I just poured it out of the mixing cup. And I didn't make too much of a mess. I mean, there's gonna be foam everywhere, so, but I don't wanna make a mess. As you can see, if you can see down there, from that angle, if you can see down in there, the foam is starting to rise. And the foam over here already kicked, completely kicked. Obviously it's gonna take full, whatever, 10 hours to cure, but it's starting to rise down there. That's what we're looking for. I'm gonna go ahead and foam in the rest of this tank, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. Look at that stuff expanding, guys. You can really see it coming up. Stuff is no joke. Uh-oh, maybe I poured too much. Adam poured too much. Oh boy. That's not good. What do I do? I didn't want that to happen. I gotta clean that up. The mess I have created. Oh boy. Alright guys. It's 10:07. I got to the boat this morning at 9:30. These are long, long, long days of hard, grueling work. Note that I'm unpaid and I'm losing money. Unpaid and losing money because I'm not fishing. So this is what it's like, the life of a fisherman. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. You guys say, wow, you guys make so much money. No, we lose a lot more than we make. Got the tank totally foamed in. I sanded off all the sides, and then I sanded the top of the tank again, etched it up for a second coat, and I just laid a second coat of the epoxy tar. Look how good that looks, you guys. I'm pretty proud. Worked my butt off today. Also glassed this piece of PVC in. But yeah, we're ready to go. Ew! Ready for the deck tomorrow, baby. If you think you only have to come here one time if you're doing a project on your boat, you're very much so wrong. You better be prepared to drive here every other day. All right, here's what we got going on right now. Got the lines ran, double hose clamped everything, new sender, cork gasket, sealage, ran the wire for the sender, got the ground, the red ground, the green ground. Pete doesn't like electrolysis. Got it running underneath the cap. We got Nick. Yeah. We got Pete. Been getting a lot done today and yesterday. This is our situation right now. Got all the wires running through the pipe right here, and we added this new pipe to come up through the console, and we were about to lay down a piece of deck. Let me give you a little tour on where that green wire goes. Just laid the first piece of the deck down with some bonding putty. I'll show you the second bag. I didn't have time to film it, but also got the stringers measured out on both sides, and we're just going to tap stainless screws into them. How'd that work out, Nick? So Nick's laying down the bottom putty right now, and we got the first piece screwed in. The second piece of the deck, Peter had to cut a hole for the PVC, all my rigging to come through, so we got it tied off right now to a light, to Nick's goggle eye light, and that's what we got going on. Putty and all the stringers. And then we're gonna set the deck on top of it, screw it in. Should be good to go. We're about to fill in all the cracks on the seams, the edge of the new deck to the old deck. Fill it all with Cavasil, and then we're gonna tab in the sides with glass and then lay a sheet of glass over all of it. Stay tuned. Down as much as possible because there's a big cavity that needs to be filled. How you looking, Speedy?
Yeah, buddy.
No worries, no worries. Looking like what? Oh yeah. No worries, no worries. Alright guys, we're gonna fill these gaps. I'll get back to you when we're done, show you what it looks like. Good evening, boys and girls, or whenever you guys are watching this video. But for me, it is 9:30 at night, and I'm actually leaving tomorrow morning for a work trip in the Bahamas. And I'm trying to finish up editing this video. Now, this video was over a month ago. However, I did not realize how much footage there was, but I filmed working on the boat every single day, and there was a ton of work to be done. So if you guys are appreciating this video so far, please go ahead, drop a like, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I post mainly all fishing content, but it seems like as of recently I've been posting a lot of boat restoration content as well. This boat has been a huge project for me, but it is my workhorse. I work on this boat almost every single day, and this boat provides my income, so I have to take care of it. And I also want to go ahead and say a lot of people in the last video were saying things like, you need to sell that boat, that's a money pit, blah, blah, blah. I make money on this boat every single day. Just because I have a fuel tank leak, I'm not going to cry like a coward and go and sell the boat. Oh, one problem with the boat. Oh, my fuel tank's leaking. Let me just sell my boat. No, I'm going to fix it like a man, and that's the right thing to do. You take care of the problem. You attack it head on. That's what you do, especially in my case. Who's going to sell a boat with a leaky fuel tank? That loses so much value. I know personally from this experience, it cost me $5,000 just a material. Just a material, $5,000. Would have cost me 20 grand if I hired somebody to do it. Would have cost me 20 grand and probably 3 months out of the water, and I did it in 2 weeks. It cost me $5,000. So yes, was totally profitable for me to do this job and not sell my boat like a loser. Who sells their boat when they get a leaky fuel tank? So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. And a lot of people were commenting in the last video, you should have done this, you should have done that. Well, why don't you come over here and fix my boat for me, okay? So keyboard warriors, go ahead, keep ripping away. You're not going to stop me from chasing my dreams, but please feel free, say what you'd like. Anyways, guys, the next part after this is going to be part 3. So this video is part 2. The next one after this is going to be part 3, and that will be the final and last session. And then maybe we'll be crossing the Bahamas. We'll be showing you that. I don't know. No spoilers. You're going to have to subscribe and stay tuned for the next upcoming videos. Until next time, moving weights out.